Hey everybody, how's it going? Braulio and Alex here from Signables and Signables.com. Today we're going to be talking about some big summer transfer window news going on all over Europe. Before we get into things though, please be sure to check out our website, Signables.com. Also give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram. We've got some great memorabilia that we really think you guys are going to enjoy.
Yeah, so I guess there's been quite a bit of movement lately in the transfer window. We've got the well-known Fabrizio Romano has been plenty active in the offseason. I know, Braulio, you're quite the Manchester United fan, so maybe if you want to start us with a few of the big stories and headlines from over there.
Well, you know, the big thing has been both Jadon Sancho and Raphael Varane. From Romano's tweets to our eyes, confirmed new Manchester United players, and obviously this is huge news for the Old Trafford side. They're coming off another trophyless season. And right now, what the higher ups are letting the fans know is that, you know, they're not going to settle for mediocrity. You know, United was in the title chase for maybe like the first half of the season, and then all the wheels fell off. I remember they lost at home to Sheffield United, and after that, it was like, okay, there's no way they have a prayer of winning the title. So I think getting Jadon Sancho to pair him up along the wings with a guy like Marcus Rashford, and I mean, that's just going to be a nightmare for opposing defenses. But also to go out and get a center back with Varane's skill, class, and you know he knows how to win. He's won multiple Champions Leagues. He's won La Liga. He's been with Real Madrid, I want to say, the last 10 years. So to get a guy of his caliber, and you pair him along with Harry Maguire, and those are your two center backs. I mean, Maguire, he struggled sometimes in the past with United, but I think he showed that he's one of the best center backs in the world with his performance in the Euros. And now you go out and you pair him with Raphael Varane, and for United fans, and I mean, I can say it, you know, nice guy, but Victor Lindelof, I mean, enjoy the bench, man. Like it's where you belong. And so I think that's massive again for United. Will it be enough to push for a league title? I don't know, but will it be enough to have them in the conversation at the end of the year, have them maybe go on a deep run in the Champions League, win a League Cup, an FA Cup, a Carabao Cup? It's something that could really happen. On the other side of things, Alex, with United being so busy, I know you're a big Chelsea fan.
Yep.
Folks are kind of waiting to see what's going to go on in London. The rumors, Erling Haaland are out there. Do you think there's a chance that maybe we see something go down this summer for him, or are Chelsea fans going to have to be patient?
Yeah, I think definitely those rumors are always swirling. And recently there was a bit of an update that theoretically Chelsea are going to bid £130 million plus 20 million in add-ons for Erling Haaland. So I'm hoping that comes through. And as you said, yeah, Chelsea have not been quite as active in the transfer market this season. I will say, maybe we've been a bit spoiled because last season we were getting the Fabrizio here we goes every week. I think we made 6 big signings at least last season. We had a couple who didn't even come straight into the first team, but we strengthened very well last year. So I think this year the board's posture has been, if we're not getting our absolute top targets, we're not going to sign any second choice type players. So at this point, I know one big rumor has been Declan Rice into the Chelsea midfield. I think if they don't get Rice or a very, very similar profile player, we may not end up with a new midfielder, which we came off the Champions League win. So it's hard to complain, I suppose, when our squad is clearly good enough to achieve great things. But at the same time, you would expect a bit of ambition from the board, especially for Thomas Tuchel, who has come in and done a fantastic job so far. He certainly deserves some signing. So I'm hoping as a Chelsea fan that Erling Haaland makes that switch because he would revolutionize our attack. And I think he'd improve the players around him. But speaking of high-profile striker moves, one other big one that has been in the media for weeks and weeks now is potentially Harry Kane's move to Manchester City. I don't know if you've heard anything about that lately. I know certainly it won't be an easy or a cheap one to get done.
No. Well, Romano, late last week, you know, I think it was Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, reports said that, you know, Kane had told family and friends at, I think it was his brother's wedding, that things were all set. He was off to the Etihad Stadium. He was gonna go play for Manchester City. But then our boy Fabrizio Romano came out and said that no new bid has been put on the table from City to the Tottenham board, because I mean, Kane's going to cost what, 120, 130 million pounds minimum, maybe more. I mean, he's not going to be cheap. And does City, I mean, does City have that kind of money to make that kind of a move? Because I mean, they're also potentially going to go out and get Jack Grealish. So is there a way that they can get Jack Grealish and Harry Kane in the same transfer window? If so, I mean, why even play the games? You might as well just give City the title again. If they get that much better by adding Jack and Harry, it's just going to be a nightmare. So we'll see. I mean, the rumors can continue to swirl with those guys. I think if City does get Kane, I mean, I think my gut feeling is that they're prioritizing Grealish. So maybe they'll get Grealish first, and then if they miss out on Kane, maybe it's because them and Tottenham they can't come to, you know, an agreement on such a high number. It's a little different negotiating with Aston Villa, just because, I mean, Grealish does want to go play at that. Like, he loves the club, yeah, but Grealish wants to play at the highest level. He wants to play in the Champions League. He wants to compete for Premier League titles, and he's just not going to be able to do that at Aston Villa. So if Aston Villa can get, you know, 75, 80 million pounds for a guy like Grealish, and then they can, I mean, that's going to make a huge difference for them, and still trying to build up their team, retool. Yeah. So I think Grealish would maybe make the most sense. Kane, I mean, it's kind of a wait and see, but honestly, you never know what's going to happen this transfer window. I mean, there's even Paul Pogba to PSG rumors that are going out, just because Pogba next season, his contract is up with Manchester United. So similar deal with Varane. He knew that he didn't want to extend with Real Madrid. So Madrid said, okay, are we going to keep this guy, or can we sell him for around 50 million euros so we can get some money back? Same thing with United. I mean, if they've offered Pogba a contract extension, paying him, I think, 350,000 pounds a week, maybe more. And reports are that he turned it down because he wants to assess all of his options. So if you're United, what do? Do you keep him for 1 year and go all in to win the Premier League title, or do you sell him to a team like PSG for, you know, 50, 60 million euros, so that way at least you get something and you don't let him leave on a free next summer? And, you know, PSG too, I mean, my goodness, they have just been killing it this transfer window with
Donnarumma is a massive transfer for them. But think about, I know it's been a little over the media lately, of poor Keylor Navas, after putting in quite the shift for Madrid and then getting ousted from there by Courtois. And then at PSG, he's been performing really well for them, but now they've got probably the most promising goalkeeper in the world in Donnarumma, who's in his very young 20s at this point still, and at the absolute top of the game. He was fantastic in the Euros.
Yeah, he's only 22 years old. So that guy, they're saying he is probably going to be among the elite keepers in the world, the next 15 years? I mean, goalies are a lot different than guys, you know, who are playing, strikers, left backs, midfield. Like, look at Gigi Buffon. I mean, the guy's 58, and he's still going out there, and obviously not 58, but I mean, he's still crushing it. Guys are able to play into their late 30s, early 40s, and they can play incredibly well. So, I mean, yeah, Donnarumma, he's got quite the future ahead of him. But, you know, there's still some time left in the summer transfer window. So, yeah, we'll see if there's any more shocking moves there to be made.
Yeah, I think it'll be very interesting to stay tuned. I know even Arsenal, despite maybe a lack of financial influx because they've missed out on European competition, I believe, they have signed Ben White.
That's right, yeah.
From Brighton, I believe, for 50 million, around there. A good signing, solid signing. I don't think he's going to revolutionize them, but that's just the kind of consistent improvement to your squad that you have to make if you want to be challenging for high positions in the Premier League and for trophies. So a lot of teams showing some ambition, some teams still waiting on that, but we'll see what happens in the weeks to come.
Exactly, man. I'm looking forward to it. Well, hey, Alex, thanks for joining me as always, man. Looking forward to talking to you next week. And everybody that's watching, we appreciate your time. Be sure to check back with us, and don't forget to check out signables.com.